All right, welcome back to another episode of Autoglass Tech Talk. We got Jeff Coate from Arizona. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh boy. So I've been doing auto glass. This month is actually my 13-year anniversary of doing glass.
Right on.
Lucky 13 for 2020, right?
Yeah, really.
What a perfect way to end it.
Yeah. So I pretty much do a little bit of everything. I did heavy trucks and cat loaders and things of that nature for quite a few years for Dave's, and then I've dabbled in high-end like Mercedes and things of that nature for pretty much my entire career, as well as daily, everyday cars. I do not cut flat glass. I suck at cutting flat glass, so let's make that a point right now.
Okay.
My other thing I do is I build movie and TV car replicas to sell to people or keep and take to events, and I also do every now and then get commissions for cars to be used in movies, and we do stunt work with movies as well.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. So I see
Yeah.
you got, I know, we all know that you got a couple famous cars out there.
You.
The first one we'll start is your Jurassic Park one.
Yes.
What's up with that? Tell us a little bit about that.
So that truck started as a white base model 4-wheel drive Nissan Xterra. My wife wanted one really bad, so we went and bought one. I wasn't planning on theming that car out, but I really liked what the Jurassic Park Motor Pool was doing around the world with all these cool events and everything. And I always liked the look of the Jeeps from the first movie. But I don't like Jeep reliability. So I took the Nissans that, typically run forever. And it had the truck, and I was thinking about doing it. And then my wife ended up getting T-boned by a school bus in it, and it rolled.
Wow.
I rolled it back on its wheels. I drove it to the body shop right from the crash scene. And at that point, I was like, okay, this truck earned its stripes. It's getting fully done. So we decided
Okay.
Makes sense.
to live a good life after that, because it saved the family, no problem. So
Definitely. Did you have it? You had it all repaired and then did everything?
yeah. So my buddy Dion, he owned a shop out here. We went to the junkyard, got matching white doors, and so that way everything was still factory matching fender. So it literally needed like 2 doors, a fender, a little smidge of body work, and then the bus literally just put this little tiny dimple in the quarter panel on the other side. That was it.
Wow.
Yeah. So and then we painted it Audi Nimbus gray for like a year and a half and rocked that, and then I got a sponsorship with a company called U-Pol, and they make a spray-on colored bed liner called Raptor Liner, which I thought was fitting. And we did the truck in that, so now it's really indestructible.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got the same stuff that the green truck we worked on, Chris.
Yeah, that
For rebuilding generations. Yeah, it's got the same coating on it.
Yeah, that Raptor Liner stuff's pretty hefty. Like it's some strong stuff. You're not chipping it off or nothing.
Yeah, it's cool when you actually, pull the glass and do it the right way. I did a Toyota Tacoma for a customer, and he paid a shop to do it, and they sprayed it with the glass, like sprayed over the molding and everything else. It was a F25.
No.
So I had a good time. I'm like, hey, I need you to sign a waiver saying that I'm going to have to cut into your Raptor Liner to get this molding free. It was a 2500 windshield. And I'm just like, oh my goodness.
Oh shoot!
Like, no, they didn't.
Sitting there with the chisel chipping away at the edge.
Oh, I would have been right back at the body shop.
Yeah,
dude.
I was like, dude, this is how you're supposed to do it. Like, I pulled all the glass out, I pulled all the moldings off, pulled the roof rack. I pretty much.
It's just like a paint job. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like doing
yeah.
a complete paint job. It's the same principle. Doesn't
Yeah.
make any damn sense.
I had 2 days
Wow.
that truck because I'm a company man, so I didn't get a lot of time off. So I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that truck was done. So
Damn.
Man.
That's wild.
So I got a question for you, Jeff.
what's that?
I know you are a vet. Do you miss being in the military?
Every day. No disrespect to civilians, but the civilian market is very annoying. And I really like the discipline and the camaraderie of the military, and I miss it every day.
That's cool.
Nice.
How long-
Well, you were Air Force, correct?
Yes, I was an F-16 crew chief.
Did you
Oh,
did you work
nice.
did you work at Luke, or where were you at?
Yeah, so I trained at I did basic at Lackland, then I did all my training in tech school at Shepherd, and then I did hot training at Luke. And everybody in my class got stuck at Luke except for one guy who ended up going to Hill in Utah. So I think we still got the better end of the deal on that, but because I don't know if they're allowed to have booze over there. So
Nice, nice. Well, I don't know. I live right next door to Luke, so I appreciate the noise of the jets and all that stuff. So I know a lot of people hate it, but I don't know. Everybody comes and visits me. They like it. They trip out that they see the jets right there. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Last
I
time I was
bought
there.
right next to that auxiliary field out there in Whitman, so I can have them fly over every day.
That's
Right.
what was that?
I bought next to the auxiliary field out there in Luke, but that's still their return path, so they fly over all the time. I love it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Jeff lives so where when you were out here and you saw that area on Surprise when we were driving up north, Chris, and I took you on that big loop, and I'm like, oh, this is all Surprise up there. Jeff lives a little farther past that. So,
Yeah,
Okay.
BFE.
Yeah, it's a little barren out there, but it's nice. You know, that's nice. You know, kind of away from the city part of it.
Yeah,
oh no, I was working out in Tonopah till like 6:30, and it's just so much quieter out there, peaceful.
it just
Some
makes,
weird people, but quiet.
it makes me happy I'm on company gas because it's 62 miles one way to my shop. So.
Oh.
They make you drive all the way into Tempe every day to the shop?
Yeah, unless I've got like a full parts at Mercedes. If I'm doing Mercedes all day and they've got all the parts on will call, then I can usually just not come in. But
Wow, that's crazy. So
lately I've been more mobile, bouncing around, just trying to make sure all the German cars are taken care of, and then doing a few in between.
sweet.
Okay, so
Sweet.
because you kind of worked on planes, is like the high-end German stuff like kind of remind you of the quality of the planes?
Yeah, except for BMW and like anything that Volkswagen is made or related to. Like pretty much, I like Mercedes. Everything else is junk. So
Yeah.
I don't.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
like that.
Volkswagen sucks. I
But-
work on so many Volkswagens, and yeah, they're made like junk.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I touch a BMW and it turns into black putty, and you're like, really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Try and rip a molding out or something, and it's you got Beetle on your hand.
Exactly. Well, actually, I got hooked up with Mercedes back in the day. I was working for Diamond Triumph, and we got it acquired by the Empire, and they had us out at Odessa Auto Auction, and Mercedes was kind of taking note of what I was doing out there, and they kind of liked my way I was working and stuff, so they brought me in and did some other training with me and whatnot, and then they certified me to do their certified cars. That way they could classify them as 100% certified used Mercedes. You know?
Okay, so you have the legit Mercedes, like glass certification.
Yeah. I don't know how good
Oh
it is.
wow.
So the cars have evolved a little bit, but
Yeah, but I mean that's
You still have it
that's a
though.
hard thing to get, like you have to really know someone to get any of the training by the dealerships like that.
it was cool, man. I was like, man, this is awesome. Back then, I was like, oh, I wish a Ford would do that because I'm a big Ford guy, but it's whatever. So,
All right.
Yeah,
So
I don't see Ford needing any kind of the training that Mercedes might need. So
yeah, no, I've been pretty much all I've been doing at Ford lately is replacing roof rails on Super Duties. So
yeah, you can have all that work. I'll stay away from that.
yeah.
yeah.
Roof rails.
It gets me a discount on all my Ford trucks when they need service. So I just go in there, hey buddy.
Nice. So I know you got a girl and some kids, but the rest of the world doesn't. What about family? What you got going on with your family?
So I've been married to my wife Crystal. This upcoming February will actually be 11 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I have an 8-year-old son named David and a 7-year-old daughter named Riley. They are Irish twins. Riley was green light. Oops.
Nope.
Yeah, but We love her. She's great.
I don't think Chris understands what Irish twins are.
No, I don't know.
2 kids born in the same calendar year.
So,
So you have a kid in
okay.
January, February, and then as soon
Yeah.
as the girl gets pregnant, she gets
Whoa,
pregnant, and you have a kid like
okay.
December or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a trip. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
11 months apart. So
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Super cool. Yeah. So only like a 1 year age difference, but not even a full year apart. Oh, that's
They're
gnarly.
such animals, man. You'd think they would entertain each other, but they're usually just trying to kill each other. And now they're homeschooled with COVID, so it's my wife's like, they're driving me nuts. Can you
Just
please
send
bring
him
them?
out to the desert. Just tell him to
That's
go
like
chase
a
rocks in the desert.
30-40 constant trying to kill each other.
Get a text from the wife yesterday. Can you bring home some Crown, please? Your kids are driving me nuts. Okay.
That's
She's
fun.
like, you get to go out and see people. I'm here at the house, and we don't get to go anywhere. Like, sorry.
Yeah, no,
Gotta work.
I can totally.
Lines, Crystal.
Yeah, see, that. You know what? That situation's 2 things that you guys are dealing with this COVID crap is little kids.
Yeah.
Thank God I am not dealing with little kids.
Yeah.
So, whew.
And then my wife has Crohn's, so she can't really go out and interact too much with people right now because she's immune compromised. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So a higher risk than others.
Yeah.
takes a shot every other Friday. We got to give her. It's like an EpiPen. It's called Humira, and it kind of compromises her immune system a little bit.
Oh yeah, Humira. Yeah, that's what's crazy. It cures 12 things, but causes 100 things. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's doing good. That's good. So.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. I got a son just turned 9 in November here,
Young
and
thug.
1.5-year-old almost.
Yeah.
Have to put him in the van and start teaching him how to do glass.
Yeah, heck yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen some videos of my kid. I have him help me set some windows and oh man.
Chris's kid is hella cool. I would take him to
complainer.
training.
I think my kid's gonna be an architect, honestly, David. He's always building stuff out of Legos, like buildings and stuff, and we just got him an Etch-a-Sketch, so he's like literally
Nice.
doing blueprints on the Etch-a-Sketch of buildings and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Like, you kids are so smart. You know what I was doing at your age? Not that.
Yeah.
You're running outside.
Garage,
Throwing
but
rocks at each other.
yeah,
That's cool.
That's-
Smart.
yeah, crazy, man. Kids are too.
So, I know you've been working for a few companies. Do you have any aspirations of going solo, or are you just like the structure of working for somebody? I mean, I know you got it pretty easy where you're at because you're one of the better techs.
Yeah.
So I mean, I know usually if you get in good at the company, you kind of get cruise control. But what's your aspirations?
That's kind of where I'm at, man. I'm on cruise. I've done my own thing a little bit in the past, not too much. I worked with a buddy who was pretty much the cash cow and partner of it. As far as like full blown on my own, I thought about it. The wife's not really for it yet. She doesn't feel like it's a good time to go on your own at this point with the affairs of the world right now.
Mhm.
For sure.
She's like, maybe you should try subcontractor. And then like she just had the whole situation with subcontractors, and she's like, well, thank God you didn't go subcontractor. And I'm like, yeah, I was saying like now I've got plenty of. It was kind of slow, but now we're lower in our tech numbers here, so I've got more work to keep me steady throughout the day, and I do pretty well. So I'm pretty good right now. Not to say I wouldn't think about venturing out at a later date.
Yeah.
Maybe when
Yeah.
there's a Republican in the White House. So
Might be a little
Yeah.
while for that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even want to. I don't even want to open that can of worms.
Yeah, that's a whole other
Yeah,
issue.
that's a whole nother episode of bullshit. So
Um,
how many jobs you doing a day right now? Like, I mean, we're in the same market, but we're totally different ends of the spectrum. So, I mean, what are you guys doing for you anyways a day? 5, 6?
today I've got 4. I've got a Beamer, a Mercedes, a Hyundai Sonata, and a Kia Soul. So, and not to say I won't have any add-ons come through, but I'm kind of spread out today, so they didn't want to go too crazy on loading me up. But typically I run about 5 to 7 jobs a day.
I mean, that's a solid number.
Yeah.
I mean, you still get quality work and still And you're paid salary, piecework, how are you structured? Because I know you're different than most techs.
So it's kind of weird how they do it. They do this hourly thing where you make so much an hour, and then they like have your piecework, and then like I think they subtract one from the other, and they put that as a bonus for the week on top
so
of.
like it's like a sort of like a safe light structure, kind of like
Yeah,
in theory, anyways.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty lucrative for the most
So,
part.
so I mean that way kind of like guarantees that you're going to get a certain amount, sort of
Exactly.
like, and then I gotcha.
Yeah.
How long have you been with this company?
SafePro, about 3 years actually.
3 years,
So,
okay.
Yeah, I like it. They
Nice.
like me so much.
Who are the and if you don't want to talk about this, and we can cut it out too, it doesn't even matter. But who are the actual techs that work for? Because I know you guys have a mix of subs and employees. Is it you and Adam and who else?
What, Adam Udavi?
Yeah, he still works with you guys, doesn't he?
He left.
Oh, he left. Did not know that. Yeah, I'm totally out of loop, honestly. Like, because I don't sub at all anymore, so it's like I don't even know what the hell is going on very much.
Yeah, I think there was something about some restructuring on their pay scale or whatever, and some guys left, some guys stayed. So I'm not too familiar with it as I'm an employee, so I don't worry about it too much.
I got you.
But yeah,
I mean, you guys. I mean, I know for a minute there, SafePro had a really good, huge footprint in the valley.
Yeah.
But how things change, and there's that little group of shops that are similar to SafePro that that kind of bounce around. Who's leading right now? I don't want to name too many names, but
Yeah. I mean, we're pretty big for the most part for being a family company. We got a pretty big warehouse, and we do a decent amount of jobs every day. Considering the state of the economy and everything.
Right. That's good. I mean, when you get tied into the dealerships, it kind of keeps the work flowing. So.
Yeah. I really only, for the most part, I only do 2 dealerships. Every now and then I'll get a weird one that'll pop up at like Toyota or something. I'm pretty much on Bell right there. So I do Arrowhead Mercedes. That's my main one that I'm at most of the time. And then Surprise Ford, because it's kind of over by my house. So.
Nice.
That's cool. Oh, Surprise. Oh, the one off Waddell in 303.
Yeah, it works out good because I take my excursion there. So they give me the
In fact, I saw your
most of your excursion. Yeah.
I saw Saturday. I saw your Raptor car, your Xterra going down to 303.
Yeah,
can't miss it. Huh?
About 90, 100.
Probably. Excuse me.
It moves pretty quick.
Right.
So there's another car that I think a lot of other people have seen you build or seen pictures of it. Yeah. The Fast and the Furious Eclipse. Yeah. This pretty iconic car.
Yeah, I love that car, man. I'm actually gonna start fixing it back up to bring it back out. The unfortunate part of when I moved out to Whitman is I haven't built a garage yet.
Okay.
So the sun has kind of beat the shit out of my cars, man. Like the clear coat's peeling off of that one, so I gotta give it a refresh, and we're gonna make it faster than it is already. If that's
you gonna ship it all the way to Houston for Dion, or are you gonna keep it local?
Probably I thought about just putting a booth up and spraying it myself. I used to spray cars as for fun, I did pretty good at it, so I might give it a whirl. I mean, it's just the day, so why not?
Hey man, they got some cool stuff now. There's the Goon Squad guys on YouTube. They put this like big old like blow up booth up, and you
portable
just drive
booths,
car in, and it's pretty gnarly. Right in your front yard.
I went out to the other day. He restores old Chevys. He had like a 62 4x4 Chevy in his garage. He had a 63 in his backyard that I was going to put a windshield in, but he ordered a precision gasket for it, which ain't gonna work with the chrome. So we're ordering the good gasket for it right now. But
hold on, precision gasket ain't gonna work on what?
63 Chevy pickup with the chrome,
and it wouldn't work
without the chrome. Yeah, with the chrome they don't work correctly. So you got to get I think it's Cooks or the dealer. I can't remember. There's 2 options. The dealer one, like the OEM, or there's another one that works good. But if you use the Precision, just doesn't seem to work right with the chrome on that one. If you get the without, it's fine. But that truck's got so much chrome on it, you can't not.
I got a 65 today, and customer provided his own gasket with chrome. So this is going to be an adventure.
This is what happens. Newberger is the one that's like, oh, no wonder, dummy, because I know I was out there for an hour trying to get this thing to work, and I couldn't even get it to stay on the damn glass. And called him, I'm like, dude, I'm not one to tap. Weird. I'm not one to tap out, but I'm about to tap out. And he told me, and I'm like, oh, okay. I said, well, I've used Precision on the Tri-5 Chevys, and they work. So maybe it's just the pickups.
It's interesting. Yeah, because I mean, the body style, the generation after that, the C10
corners, right? Squared corners with the rounded bottom, right? On 65?
No. It's 4 round corners.
Oh, that's
it's like the Apache.
One that kind of has
Apache
like a
body
wrap around
style.
a little bit.
Yeah, the Apache body style.
Apache style, yes.
This one I was working on, it's got the teardrop corner on the bottom that curves around.
So you were the last generation of that super wrap around window.
Yeah,
because the one I got today is an Apache that you got to do top first, so it shouldn't be too bad because there's not a big curve on it.
I couldn't believe the talent of our tint guy. He put a tint strip that was probably about that tall on the top, and he spent about an hour on it, but it's curved around that curve and everything, and part of the glass. It's so good. I'm like, man, I can't even put a regular tint brow on without screwing it up. So you did a good job.
Nice. That's
shrinking it, manipulating it, and whatever.
Yeah, that's one profession I will always pay homage to is tint guys, man. They're amazing. I can't.
Hey, if you want to, shout out to tint guys, but if you ever want to see some really talented tint guys, go up to not desert, but Cactus Film, up off on Raintree next to McLaren. Holy moly! Like, that is the most absolutely perfect tint shop I've ever seen. But they're charging like $350 for a full windshield. So.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no, that's
on Raintree, man. You've got to be like the best of the best to even.
Oh yeah. That's
nothing. There's
a bad review up there, and you're done.
Oh hell yeah, that's it. I mean, and I think I actually think they're the only shop in Arizona that's certified with crystalline.
Hey, I was just gonna say crystalline. I did a windshield, a fucking 1341 of all cars. Guy paid $400. $400.
I did a 1658
to be tinted in crystalline.
I did a 1658 and guy paid $350 to get it tinted. Yeah, just a tint.
You're like $60 windshield. I don't even think they're $60.
Yeah. Like, you could go like through 4 windshields before you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean crazy. The truck was cool, but I mean, yeah, like, hey, whatever. Some people
put ceramic on the whole excursion. My excursion's all limoed with ceramic. Then I did 20 on the front doors and 20 on the windshield. And I'll tell you what, I am not doing 20 on the windshield next time.
No.
Cool during the day, but out where I live, there's no lights, and at night it really sucks. So
if you're doing that dark, 50% would be fine. I said, I mean, when your excursion is so dark, 50% would be fine because there's no ambient light coming into it. So
it just turns into an oven in the summer because it's so damn big.
I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, dude! Before when I first got my Transit, before I got the film on it, holy moly! It's like in a big old giant fishbowl. It's
I put
but I'm glad to be back in my Econoline, man. I like my old school van.
Yeah, I wish I could get an Econoline, man.
Dude, my Econoline's dope, man. I've got it all tricked out. I jumped back into my old 2011 that they had over here, and I peeled all the rest of the decals except for the black auto glass. I painted the rims black. It's got the black utility front end on it, LED headlights.
You still got that crazy loud exhaust?
No, this one's stock for now. I haven't buddy shop yet. So.
Sound like you had a cammed out Camaro at the freaking ramp.
Oh yeah, that was the 40 series. Actually, I broke that one up north, going down a mountain pass. It caught it and broke it, so I put a Flowmaster 50. It's a little quieter, but that van's got a blown trans now, so I'm back. This thing's old reliable, man. I don't think it's ever had anything done to it.
Damn.
Nice. I wish Ford still made Econolines.
Oh, dude, they're just such good looking vans, man. This thing is. I look at
Well,
it
they're
every day.
indestructible. I mean, literally, if you get a brand new one and take care of it, they're indestructible.
And we're gonna give a shout out real quick because I think everyone knows about Econoline vans when you hear this name. Gary.
Oh yeah, Gary.
Shout out to Gary.
Gary with his 400 million miles on
it. Fucking van, bro.
Yeah. Did he finally retire that thing?
No, hell no. He's still. He just. No.
Gary's not retiring that thing.
That thing's not going to retire. I can see Gary putting an engine in it or a transmission in it, and I mean it's cool. I mean it's reliable, and those guys who have those old reliable trucks, it's not my thing though. I'd rather have a car payment. That's just me.
My buddy's at the shop the other day with his Silverado, and he's like, "Oh, your Excursion's a piece of crap. You got to put a trans in it already." I'm like, "Yeah," and he goes, "I didn't have to put a trans in my Chevy until 110K," and I'm like, "Yeah, this has 265K, and there was tons of metal on the magnet in the pan, and I still drove it 45 miles to the trans shop after I drove it through a Trump rally with the trans blown."
Wow.
Yeah, the thing drove like 80 miles an hour down the highway with a blown out transmission.
That's gnarly. Those things are beasts. They really are beasts. The Excursions.
I never sell that truck. Oh man.
Hey, have you seen how? Have you seen the Excursionist running around North Scottsdale? There was a Barrett Jackson one that they cut the whole roof off and put a full roll cage with the covered wagon top and half doors like a Jeep. It's a fucking trick. They bought it at Barrett Jackson. They live in North Scottsdale. I see it at Costco and stuff like that all the time. It is really, really nice. It's a lot of money into it, but it's really nice.
There's only one thing I would take over my Excursion, and I know it's never going to happen. So it's whatever. It's an AMG 6x60 wagon. So.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mr. $600,000 car.
1.43 million.
Oh, they went up. Economy.
Holy
inflation.
Lord.
Inflation went up.
Yeah, that's why there's only 2 of them rolling around Scottsdale.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, they're sick, man. That's only because that thing is doomsday ready, man. It's got its own onboard air and everything. It's ridiculous. So.
Yeah, you're not getting stuck nowhere with that thing.
No. I think Excursion won't get stuck either. I'm on 37.
Nah.
Pretty nice. So.
Yeah, I got a buddy out here who's got a 6-inch lift and probably 37s or so on it. That thing's a beast. I mean, you're like pulling yourself up into it.
Yeah, mine's a 6-inch. We had to take the grinder to a couple little spots to make them fit, but it fits.
I got a buddy who's gonna do the suspension on my truck, and he said just with a regular coilover 2-inch kit, I can tuck 35s in there. So that's what I'm gonna do because I like the real tucked look. I don't like that.
Yours is 2-wheel drive, isn't it?
It's 2-wheel drive. It's still drive, but man, huh?
Traded that truck in, the blue one?
No, I kept it.
He won't get rid of that thing.
I ain't getting rid of that.
He's gonna be like Gary in a while.
No, I'm gonna put a little lift kit on it and just wrap it and stuff. I mean, I know it's not 4-wheel drive, but who gives a shit?
No, 2-wheel drive. They do a lot of the Baja shit.
Oh yeah, most of the desert shit's all 2-wheel drive.
Oh yeah. Well, you also got like 900 horsepower or something.
Yeah.
Long travel suspension.
Right, exactly.
Like we're getting stuck. Like we're either getting out of here or we're digging to China. Like,
yeah, exactly. One of the two. Yeah. When the engine ever blows, I'm gonna get rid of the EcoBoost and put a Coyote in it though.
There you go.
Yeah.
Talk to Carl's boys.
Motor.
I'm gonna have Carl put an engine in it.
I want to get an old Crown Vic detective car, like a gray one, and throw a Coyote in there with a 6-speed manual.
Dude, I got a buddy who lives up by you off Patton Road and like 2-something, almost to the proving grounds. Yeah. And he drives to Baghdad every day at the mines. He works at the mines up there, and he buys those old cruisers for a couple $1,000 and beats the shit out of them driving them back. Well, the last one he got was in a police interceptor, and it had a hopped up engine in it. He said that thing is
71.
Yeah, he said that thing is ridiculously fast.
Oh yeah, that's what these Econolines have. They're both the police interceptors and the Econolines both have the 2-valve 4.6 V8 in them. So essentially, they have different ECUs, but you can play with the mapping and everything and juice them up a little bit. Not that I would know.
That's still the better motor too. After that is when they got crappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. As Carl was trying to convince me to juice up the engine in my van. He's like, put easy. You gotta put the ethanol delete on it. I'm like, man, E85 isn't the exactly easiest fuel to find around here, so I would do it.
Through my van, man, it woke it up. Let me tell you what.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I would, I know like two stations that have E85 every single day, and neither one is close to my house. So
I know all of them because the Fast and the Furious Eclipse runs on E85 only. So.
Oh, nice.
Yes, yeah. That car gets 22 if you just cruise it. As soon as you hit boost, it gets 4. So.
Oh,
Jesus.
It's on 28.
Gnarly.
So yeah, that car's not only it's show, it's very go.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah. We're talking Joe. Joe is we're kind of helping him rebuild his whole setup. He wants to do a new motor and probably going like a 6-liter or 6.2, and he's trying to get like 6.7, reliably out of it, and talking E85 just to get some better power, some better reliable power out of it.
Yeah, we're looking into LS swaps right now. I'm getting ready to build the Impala from the TV show Supernatural, the 67 that the Winchesters drive.
Oh my God!
I've had it in my backyard for about 3 years. I haven't done anything with it, but I bought it off a guy that's had a classic car junkyard out here, and he had about 450 cars. And I saw the taillights peeking out behind the barn. I'm like, is that a 67 sports sedan? He goes, yeah. I'm like, factory post, no error. He goes, well, let's go look at it. Sure was. I was like, man, let's make a deal. And he's looking through his charts. Oh, these guys from Dubai are looking to buy a bunch of cars out here. This is one they were wanting. I said, not today, partner. We're going to buy it. Yeah, 74,000 miles on it. I got it for $1,800.
What?
Yeah. But I was going to keep the 327, but I'm building it for the wife. So we're going to yank that out, and we're looking at a 5.3 LS with a turbo and a 480. So
there you go. Turbo, yeah. I go 4.8.
We were thinking about it, but I wanted to keep it 5.3 because that puts it at a 325, and we could bore it 20 over, and then it'll be a true 327 like what came in it.
That's true, yeah. Yeah.
And we'll stick a Turbski on there, and it'll be 500 reliable horsepower and like 650 foot-pounds of torque. So
yeah.
That old boat should move a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. That's nice in the old schools, too. You can do the full AC, power steering, everything, and it doesn't even look like it's even in there.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm going to take that factory stuff out of there and put the vintage air kit in there.
Yeah, the vintage air kit's badass.
My sausage compressor is original, and that car's like that big, man. It's like a pool motor.
That old Ford, I got to put a door glass in. I think I'm finishing it Thursday because I already broke one of the Lammies. But they did that where they tucked everything behind the firewall, the brake booster, and all that stuff. So you open the hood, and it's just engine.
Yeah.
So, but it's not super show, but it's pretty nice. It's like a 5-footer. It's not a 20-footer. It's like a 5-footer.
It's a real driver.
It's a real driver.
Mountain. If I get a rock chip, I'm not going to cry about it. I built that Bandit Trans Am, and I just went out and beat the piss out of it. People are like, "Oh, your car looks perfect." I'm like, "Yeah, let's go do a burnout." Like, I don't build them to be super showy. I build them to go out and have fun with them. Like there's no point in building a car and putting it in a showroom and leaving it. That's where cars go to die, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They were made to be driven.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like from the show or from the movie or something. Like if it was like at that actual car, totally leave it in the museum. That's a kind of a historic car there. But you're building something, your replica or something like that. Hell yeah, have fun with it. Why are you gonna just store it?
Exactly, man. I don't care how rare a car is, man. I'll bastardize it and go out and do donuts for it. I don't care. That's what I like to do.
Cars are built to be driven. They weren't built to be looked at.
Yep. Yeah, I was a stunt driver for AZ Movie Props and WillOmega.com. We recently shut down. My buddy Glenn's been diagnosed with liver failure, but before we restored my Trans Am, we took it out in the desert. We filmed a Smokey and the Bandit scene at our Eloy grounds. We were out there doing car chases, and I swear when I restored that car, I probably pulled about 30 pounds of powdered dirt out of all the nooks and crannies of that thing.
Oh my
It
god.
was like, why would you do that to that car? I'm like, why not, dude? I had a blast.
Yeah.
Only bad part was, Eloy's very border patrol friendly. Like a lot of border patrol down there. Obviously, we're got windows down in these cars. We're sweating. We've been doing all these scenes all day. So, of course, I'm covered in dirt and I look a little darker than I usually do. and I've got a red Pro Snap shirt and a straw cowboy hat on for the Bandit. We're driving down the road coming back, and the convoy, border patrol just flies out and blocks the road front and back. And we're like, what the hell is going on, man? They thought we were trying to sneak across the border. Once they found out who we were, I guess they knew who we were. They were all excited. We gave them some DVDs and stuff. But, it's like, oh, man, I could see how this might have, looked suspicious.
Doing car chase scenes in the desert and everything.
Oh, yeah. They called in on us, I guess, because we were running 2 Crown Victorias out there and a Caprice, all sirens and lights and everything. So it was a good time.
Yeah, that would be a little slightly suspicious. So.
But you know what? We didn't get a single phone call to the police when we jumped the General Lee limo. So, it's weird. It just hit and miss.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good times, man. Good times. Lots of worth it.
Oh, shit. You working today, Chris?
Yeah, actually, I'm busy today, too.
Yeah, I got a busy day, too.
I got to relax a little bit, catch up on some paperwork and everything yesterday, but I got to go do some actual work today.
I'm gonna hunt for felt for a glass run with just the felt.
No, like, non-beaded.
Well, yeah, non-beaded with no rubber to it at all. Like literally just the felt. Like the way this old Dodge truck is, I'm trying to help restore.
The CRL's got a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm either that or I'm gonna check CR Lawrence. CR Lawrence is down the street, so I'm gonna check them or check a fabric store. But it's kind of
I buy from there.
Huh?
So that's about accessories are about the only thing I'd buy from there. I hate their back glasses.
Oh well, yeah. Everybody knows that.
I had a guy one day smoking a cigar with an old quad cap Tacoma. I bought a CR Lawrence slider, man. You gonna put it in good, right? This is good. Let me.
I wouldn't even have touched it. I would have ya.
I'm a company man, not my problem. They made him sign a disclosure saying it is what it is. You provided the glass and it's gonna fit as good as it's gonna fit.
You know what? On that note, I can't do that. I don't know. Even if a customer buys something, if it ain't gonna work, I understand your position. I understand right where you're at, Jeff. But man,
I don't get to say no.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't have a conscience. You know what I mean?
I got it to fit pretty good after beating on those tabs a little bit. I got it to fit real nice. And the thing, it was so funny because the truck had like 8,000 miles on it. And it was tiger striped down the side with tree branches and everything. He goes, I don't give a shit. I beat the hell out of it.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay, buddy.
8,000 miles destroyed.
It was cool, man. I got done and he goes, that looked like an ass whooping. You like cigars? And I was like, I love cigars. He goes, here's 3 cigars. I was like, thanks, buddy.
Nice.
That's my favorite tips, man. I love that more than money, dude. When somebody comes out with cigars, I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I'm gonna go home and have some whiskey tonight. Smoke one of these.
There you go.
Nice.
That's one of my
best. Not a cigar person. I've never been into cigars, but I know there's some big flavors and some big like heavy hitter cigars out there.
That's my Saturday ritual because I work every Saturday here unless I request it off. I'll get done with work. We don't usually do too much, so I'll go over to Westgate and there's a place over there called Fine Ash Cigars. That's my jam. I go in there, I'll get a whiskey, and they got a humidor there. You go pick out a cigar and you just sit at the bar and smoke and drink. That's my Saturday end of the week victory because that's payday. So I can just look at that check and be like, yeah.
Nice. Well, we're mindful of everybody's time and appreciate you coming on, Jeff. All 3 of us have got to get our asses to work.
Right.
So nice talking to you. Nice giving us some insight into your hobbies and little things you do and perspective of somebody who's an employee, because we usually just get owners on here. So it's kind of cool talking to somebody who has a different little take on situations.
So getting a different perspective and, telling us a little bit about all the cars. That's awesome.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
All right. All right. Well, have a good day, guys. Talk to you later.
Have a good day.